Hey there, Ray from Bridge Marina. I'm doing a quick walkthrough on this Wellcraft 242. It's about a 25-foot center console, 8.5-foot beam. I'm just going to go through the bow area on it because it's a rather versatile boat with a lot of space. Right now we have the seating cushions in here. However, if you were out fishing, you might just take these out completely, in case you were fighting to fish around the boat or just want to fish from various spots on the boat, or if you're using it as a casting deck. It's a nice large platform up here. And it still retains, some area to lean against, in case the seas are a little bit rough, you can lean up against your coaming in here. And it is a relatively deep boat that gunnel hits me sort of top of my thigh. So in case I'm fishing or I need something to lean against, I have it. Space-wise for storage, it's got a lot of space up here. Both port and starboard, it's got storage underneath the deck. A little cooler up here at the bow with its own drain plug. A forward locker, and this locker is pretty spacious. It's got a nice spot for a bucket for cleaning, as well as if you want to put your fenders in here. And around all the storage compartments, you notice they all have a little drainage lip so that any water that falls on top will drain to the floor. This one also has a nice center console storage compartment and or head. This raises all the way up, creating a rather large area. It comes with an optional changing curtain that can go in here, so you actually don't have to close this back down if someone's using the head. You can actually put a curtain in here, and it is rather cavernous. You see in a lot of center consoles where in here would be a head. Put a porta potty in here. These things can get optioned out with a permanent head as well. It also has a lot of other ancillary storage in here, where you can put some of your tackle up in here on both port and starboard side. A little light in here. Very accessible fuse panel that's just right in front of the controls. Access to the back end of your helm for all your different accessories, your GPS, etc. In case you have to work on them, it's pretty accessible. And same here. Again, these all peel down for easy access. Batteries are located in here, very easy to get in and out. Our main fuses are all here, as well as our battery switch. We have all our major breakers up here, as well as switches for our freshwater system and battery, as well as our battery relay on here. So it's a great little area, tons of storage in here. Maybe you want to use it as a porta potty, maybe you want to use it just as storage, but it is rather cavernous. And of course, when we set it back down, it's a nice seating area, forward seating area for somebody. It's out of the way of the driver. You're deep in protecting the boat. It feels rather comfortable. As we move aft, the T-top is rather sturdy, fiberglass top, forward storage within it as well. It's all dry storage up here. It has forward spreader lights. There are rod holders. There's a lot of bars to hold on to because when you're out in the water, you want something to hold on to as you're walking around the boat, which is great. This also has rocket launchers up top for the remainder of your rod storage. Come all the way around to the stern, this 242. And we've got a small bait live well right here. And it is lit as well. These are cup holders as well as rod holders. Some nice storage on the port and starboard side for, dock lines, t-shirt, some extra clothes, handles on it as well. Also, this one has a nice jump seat at the stern, which more than ample seating for two adults here. Pretty comfortable. This is actually a great spot to ride. We're at the stern. We're sitting rather deep in the boat. It's a good ride back here. In case you're heading out and you're not the driver, this is a great place. Protects you from the spray, protects you from the wind. It's really a nice place to sit. You'll also notice back here we have two live wells, one on the port, one on the starboard side, different sizes depending on the bait you may put in there. You might even put a catch in there, or if you're crabbing, you can put your crabs in here. A lot of different uses for these. More rod holders at the stern. There's rod holders on the port and starboard gunnels. We've got a raw water washdown in here as well. So washdown over here on the starboard side. We don't have a hose hooked up to it right now, but it's sitting right there. More rod storage on the starboard side. We get up to the helm. This is a full featured helm. You notice the seats have armrests as well as bolsters, make them rather comfortable. Neat thing that most folks don't think about is it has a couple different seating positions as well as different places to put your feet, depending on how tall you are, how you're riding. I can sit up way high, get my feet to a way high position, and have a really good field of vision. I can sit low and use it as a leaning post, or I can literally just stand up and use it as a leaning post. Helm's got just about everything you need on it. This one has just about all the options. You'll notice we got a compass in a great field, right in our field of vision, so we can always see our heading. It's nice sea foam sort of tray up here, which is great. I love to throw my phone or my glasses up there, and it stays. They were smart about the design and made sure it always had channels that it'll drain out. And everything else, all the accessories up here, between our horn or nav lights, courtesy lights, or interior lights. We have the forward and the aft spreader lights, which are our lights up here, as well as our interior lights, and they do change from red, green, and blue. Raw water, bilge pump, our bait wells, our live wells, our forward live well. Has just about everything on here. A couple more cup holders for you. We've got charging receptacles. Here we also have charging receptacles and a cell phone holder for you up here, and further storage. Keep your dry stuff up here above in the T-top, as well as charging ports inside that compartment as well. This one has our Merck multifunction gauge on it. Has a Garmin GPS with DSC on it. This is the Garmin 10-inch chart plotter, fish finder, depth finder with temp on it. This also has Lenco trim tabs on it, which are great. As you know, most of these larger center consoles, you want those when you're running out into rougher waters. It is powered by a 300 horsepower Merc, which is just a great little power plant. Fire right up. This goes in normal exhaust or sport mode. This one right now is in sport mode, so you can kind of hear that, a little bit more of a grumbly sound to it, which some folks like. But super smooth operation. Once you're up and running, this thing is rather quiet. The shifting is very smooth because it's all digital. Throttle's all digital. Steering wise, this does have power steering. So it's got the Merc power steering over hydraulic. Just makes handling this boat a dream around the dock. One hand operation, super easy. It really is a great all around fishing boat, and quite honestly a family boat. Considering it's 24 feet, I can easily put 6-8 folks on here. I always find that it's great for me and my partner to be up here at the helm while the kids get to roam around the boat a little bit. And from a fishing perspective, it's got a lot of space to fish when you're out with 2 or 3 people. It's a really great all-around boat. We're going to take this thing out on the water and see how she runs.